It's only our second day in Ireland, and we're driving to Donegal on the wild Atlantic coast. We were very excited to finally arrive at the town center, which has the unusual shape of a triangle that they call the diamond.
Here is the city center of Donegal. It's just like the pictures. It's like a little triangle area with a little park in the center and a memorial. Very nice. We love it. It's cute as a button. That was my idea, or that was my thought when I walked in. This is so cute. It's super cute.
We saw a few stores with beautiful woolen clothing and all the knitted sweaters and scarves that Ireland is famous for. Then it was time to decide where we should have dinner. We almost picked the Old Castle Bar because it was so quaint looking, but we ended up at the Cafferty's with views of the River Esk leading out to Donegal Bay.
It's just down the street from the triangle, which is up there. And they had a second floor, beautiful building, and it was so wonderful. We got to sit by the windows and had a fireplace in back of us. And then you could see we had a view of the bay, which is out in that area.
The translation of the Irish proverb that was on the fireplace behind us is, "There's no hearth like your own hearth," which is another way of saying there's no place like home, like the famous movie quote from The Wizard of Oz. That turned out to be the perfect sign for two girls from Kansas.
Oh gosh, I've never seen this before. A little green phone booth, like they have the red phone booths in England. Fashion ads. There's a phone in there?
There's not.
Oh,
It's
okay.
empty.
But there's a phone wire. And there's some beautiful ads from 19th century, I think.
Speaking of history, our great-great-great-grandfather on our mom's side, William McKee, emigrated to America from Donegal in 1835. His four brothers followed him during the potato famine in the 1840s. They were tenant farmers in the county subdivisions of Tinnycahill and Drumbarron, and William was also listed as a weaver on his passenger record when he sailed to Philadelphia on a ship named Tonawanda. And at least two of William's brothers, Andrew and James, were married in this church before the front of the L shape was added in 1866. We couldn't go inside, but we drove by the church on our way out of town. We took a last look around the Donegal Pier and saw a few seagulls. We also saw a huge antique anchor and chain from one of Napoleon's ships called the Romaine that was in Donegal Bay to help with Ireland's 1798 rebellion against Britain. But when it was discovered by the British, the ship quickly cut its anchor chain and fled. It would have been nice to go on the water bus tour of Donegal Bay, but we had already booked a cruise from Killibegs Harbor to the Slieve League Cliffs for the next day, so we decided to go find the cottage that we booked in Killibegs for 2 nights. We drove about 30 minutes west of Donegal to our adorable little home away from home called Rose Cottage, which was just outside the town of Killibegs. The views of the countryside were stunning, and the garden area around the cottage was also very, very beautiful. And I just had to give you a tour of the inside of the cottage as well. Had a beautiful kitchen and whole dining area, living room area, even a full-size fridge with food in it. And I had a hot cocoa and a cookie, and Kathleen was reading her book, and we were just chilling out. And so I decided to show you every single thing in this house, even the fireplace, the TV stand. It was really neat. And that's a cute door to the hallway. And this is the first bedroom. I just loved all the mirrors and all the decorations were just gorgeous. There's also a kid's room behind that door with a bunk bed, but I won't go into it. It was so different than staying at a hotel, and we really enjoyed it. All of the interior decorations were so nicely put together that it looked like it deserved to be in a magazine. And all those nice little touches made us feel very comfortable and relaxed. The next day, we walked around the town and we saw a view of Killibegs Harbor after we climbed a really steep hill to find a quaint historic Catholic church that was built in 1844. We later went back for dinner at the Fleet Inn, which had the brightest color in town. We joked that the owner was very smart to pick a color that could be so easily found by tourists from anywhere in the town. It was a beautiful day for the boat ride we had booked on Atlantic Coastal Cruises. I highly recommend them. Since it was early in the season, there was just a small group of passengers, so we could walk around a bit and not feel crowded. Ryan and the rest of the crew took very good care of us, and they gave us a great education about the history of this coastal region. This lighthouse at St. John's Point was first turned on in 1831, even before the building was completed in 1833. So it's almost 200 years old. The tour guide told us that during World War II, an American B-17 bomber was caught in a storm and had to do a forced landing on a sandbar near the Fintra Beach here on February 20th, 1944. Some local people had built fires on the beach to guide any survivors to the shore, and all 10 of the crew were able to get there on one life raft. They received hospitality at a local inn until they could be picked up by another squadron. Between 1802 and 1806, 81 stone watchtowers like the one on this cliff were built all around the coast of Ireland. They were used to send a fire signal to other towers in order to stop a French invasion during the Napoleonic Wars. This tower was called the Carrigan Head Station. After Napoleon was defeated in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, the towers were no longer needed, and so they just deteriorated so much that only a few, like this one, are still standing today.
Like the last one that's been there for this long.
What is
The rest of them
Napoleonic?
now. So the French were built by French built it. It's built for English ships. So anytime there being English ships, they'd signal. So there used to be one here. There used to be one at Buffalo. St. John's Lighthouse, the whole way down here. There used to be all along the coast. And then once we go around the corner, you'll see another reminiscence of one. So what they do, they light a fire, a huge fire at the bottom, and they would fan it. So they kind of get massive like wood stick, half down on it, and it would send up smoke signals to kind of alert them if people are coming, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So in like, I suppose in the daytime,
Like a
it'd be
security thing.
almost yes. It's good of a shape. The rest of them are, you know, you only see like the bottom of it. All of them, the rest of them are just gone completely. This is what I mean now.
that's
You'll see
nice.
sheep all around it. There's one right underneath the tower.
I do see it.
That's
That's
what I
a
mean.
white thing. That's a
Yeah.
sheep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, see that
And that's also where
shiny
the rock
sheep
climb
up there.
Okay.
bottom. Folks, there's a few dolphins just up ahead of us here now.
See it over there.
I see them.
Beautiful. Come on, jump up, dolphin. There he is. Is that enough?
It's like a steep, small path.
He's gone. Get whales.
We get
animals.
humpbacks.
Oh my god.
Fin whales, minke whales, basking sharks, common dolphins, blue dolphins, bottlenose dolphins.
What would you
That's
think
just a
those
common
were?
dolphin,
Oh,
yeah.
God. Oh my goodness.
They're that boring. They're called common dolphins. We get
Okay.
porpoises sometimes. A lot of
Oh.
seals.
Now, what's different in a porpoise and a dolphin?
There's probably is a big difference to them, but the best way I like to tell people is that porpoises are very, very boring.
Ah.
What do you mean by boring?
They're it's not it. They're more scared of the vibrations of boat. Dolphins
Oh.
hear that, they like that. So that's why they're very friendly when they come up to the boat and they jump around, that kind of stuff.
They said these are bigger. These are taller. Probably at that point they're taller than the
They're
Mocha
around-
Samoa.
3 times bigger than the Cliffs Mover.
3 times bigger?
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
And
Oh,
then
I didn't
they're-
know that much. Oh my
I
god.
think it's like
You can't really tell from pictures online, but the Cliffs of Moher are 702 feet tall compared to the almost 2,000-foot height of the Slieve League Cliffs. The Cliffs of Moher probably are more crowded with tourists than the Slieve League Cliffs, even though they aren't as tall. They're probably a little easier to get to because the area isn't as mountainous and the roads are less narrow and winding. Also at the Cliffs of Moher, a viewing tower has been there since 1835, whereas the Slieve League Cliffs lookout point has only been open to tourists since 2017, and the Visitors Center was finished in 2019.
That's a plane. Wink at us.
I'm really glad we were able to see the Slieve League Cliffs from the ocean and also from the top of the cliffs later the same day.
Oh, hey, sweeties. Hello, you little cutie pie. What is your name? You just got a pretty little face. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You're so cute, super cute. Go with mommy.
At the very west end point of the cliffs is Mallinbeg, with a beautiful beach called the Silver Strand. It may look flat down there, but there are still 174 steps to get down to the beach. And on the other side of that point is the area called Malin Moor, where another McKee ancestor named Thomas was a tenant farmer. We're not sure yet if that was an uncle, parent, or maybe a grandparent of the McKee brothers. When we saw those rocks from the boat that are way down there in the cove, they didn't look like they had any recognizable shape, but the tour guide said they were called the Giant's Desk and Chair. And now from above, you can really see that's exactly what they look like.
Here she comes. She climbed to the top of the mountain. Now she's back.
You actually do get a little dizzy the farther up you go.
Yeah. And people, I can't remember, is that somebody up there at the top, or is that just my imagination?
Up where?
See where this little cone is, and then the 1, 2, 3, and then keep going? It seems like there's a little bump up there.
Yeah.
That could be somebody, I don't know. Or it could just be a rock.
Yeah.
A craggy point, probably, that's what it is. And the sea does not...
how far up people go when they walk.
Both trails that lead to the crest go only halfway to the end of the range where Mallinbeg is. One trail is from the viewing platform where we were, and a longer path up the backside of the mountain has a more gentle slope.
So I'm glad we came. We saw this. The sea is just so placid right here today. But I heard some thunder. So, but
How small and how far
and look how
up
the
we
sun
are.
rays are coming down through the clouds. Good heavens!
There's a boat.
Oh, there's a
and
boat.
Perspective.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in all the way, and it's a little tiny. You can first kind of scale. There's that little tiny boat out there. It's not even a tiny boat. It's like a tourist boat. And see how small that is. And here, this is how big these cliffs are. And they just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm zooming out.
There was so much more in Donegal that we wanted to see, but we had made reservations to see other parts of the country too. Still, we were already falling in love with the beauty of the countryside, the charming towns, and the gorgeous vistas of Ireland's western coast. In the next 2 days, our plan is to see a 19th century castle by a mountain lake called Kylemore Abbey, and then the fully restored Bunratty Castle from the 15th century. It's surrounded by thatched roof cottages and other buildings in an outdoor village museum that might give us a feel for what life was like for our ancestors hundreds of years ago. As we drove away from our little modern cottage, not even a quarter-mile down the road, a couple of sheep from a neighborhood pasture were also on a journey right in front of us. We knew we weren't going to go anywhere until they let us go, so we just took pictures of them until they found another break in the fence. And that's how it goes in the wild Atlantic west of Donegal.